What's best about Diaa? When Diaa was 8 years old, his father passed away, so his uncle took care of him and his educational expenses. A year later, Diaa's mother got married to a man whose only condition was for Diaa to not live with them, so Diaa went to live with his uncle. His uncle took good care of him and taught him all about religion and helped him memorize the Quran. Diaa was raised like a proper Muslim and loved his uncle so much. After graduating from university, he asked his uncle's daughter for marriage as he agreed right away. She knew him better than anyone and also knew about his ethics and his love for his uncle. 2 years after the marriage, Diaa's wife didn't get pregnant. Therefore, they went to the hospital together for a checkup. After they got tested, he knew that the problem was with the wife and that there's nothing wrong with Diaa. Diaa smiled and thanked Allah, then told the doctor, "I'll go call for my wife, but tell her that I'm the one with the problem." The doctor agreed and did as was planned. Diaa showed some sadness but surrendering to Allah's will. The word was spread between all family members. 4 years later, the wife told him that she was patient with him for 6 years and now she wanted a divorce. She said that she wanted to get married and see her children. She would stay with him for just 1 more year. The husband didn't have a problem with big hopes in Allah, as few days later his wife was diagnosed with renal failure. She got depressed and started blaming her husband. While they're at the hospital, he said, "I'm traveling abroad to find you a kidney." A few days later, he called her to give her the good news as he found a donor from India. He came back as soon as possible, and right before the surgery, he told his wife that he'll travel again to finish off some businesses. She replied angrily, "I'm going through a surgery and you're traveling, leaving me here alone?" The operation was a success. The husband came back looking extremely tired, as he was the donor. As for the Indian, he's just a guy who worked with him. No one knew anything about this, not even his own uncle. Through the entire week, he was praying to Allah and reciting Al-Baqarah for his wife to get better. After the operation day, by 9 months, the wife gave birth and everyone was happy, and the husband traveled to finish off some work, without realizing that he had left his diary on his desk before leaving and the wife read it. She found out that her husband had no issues with conceiving and that he was the one who donated the kidney for her. She started crying, and since then, every time she sat with him, she wouldn't look him in the eyes because she was rude to him and she stressed him out. He realized and got closer to her, saying, "I tried to repay a drop of your father's blessings with me."
وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون وستردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون